Ladies and gentlemen, guardians of the galaxy, so cheesy pone. How you guys doing? So, let's take a look at the Hereafter. Now, this one, not gonna lie, we had an awkward first date. We didn't have very good chemistry. We weren't meshing very well at all. But, you know, a little time went by. We started talking about the touch of malice. And, you know, I took her back to my place. And now she's stuck in my vault for eternity. So, let's talk about why this gun may, in fact, be worth equipping. Now, I'm sure you're curious about what I mean by that. Many legendary sniper rifles are sufficient enough to be used over the exotics. The Icebreaker had a little bit of time before the legendary Black Hammer came along, taking away all the thunder and retiring it. The Icebreaker had a little bit of function after the special ammo nerfs came in PvP, but for the most part, it was not a common exotic to be equipped, not when you had things like the Last Word and Thorn to be used as well in the primary slot. And then you remember all those times you equipped the Patience in Time and used them in Crucible? No, you don't, because it didn't happen. So, my area is that if it's going to be exotic, those perks need to be exotic enough to make you want to equip that over an exotic primary. So, does this gun have that flash? It can't, and I'm going to explain why. At first glance, this gun is a beauty, but it does look a little silly in some, areas. For example, the gun looks like something that somebody would have made in the 80s as towards what they thought sniper rifles would look like in 2020. It just kind of has that old kind of retro feel, but still futuristic, and it's very interesting. It's got a big flashy light antenna to attract all the crayon eaters on the other team. They just come flocking to it like, colors. And it's pretty cool too, but, that aside, the one thing that really did take me a while to get adjusted to on this weapon was the sight. You can't just equip an ambush to it and say, hey, let's use it this way. You have to stick to the default sight equipped with the weapon, and it was a bit intimidating. I felt like a 2-year-old all over again, standing 2 inches away from my television while aimed down sight on this. It's pretty overwhelming at first. Then I started using it aggressively, got used to it, and it just took me a little bit of time. It will probably do the same for you too. So, what else is cool about this thing? It's got 3 really unique perks that are exclusive to it, making it a viable option in Crucible and in PvE. Number 1 being, as you can see, people have that thermal thing. They are lit up, so it's great for PvE. Not the greatest for PvP personally, but it works. Its first kind of exclusive perk is a really cool one, and it enhances the zoom when you take a squat. That's right! Squatting's no longer for ladies. Get out there, guys! Start squatting all over the place. And it's really cool because you could be in mid-fight, you can realize, oh, hey, I may not be on the headshot of the Centurion or whatever you're looking at, and you just take a knee, and you have an enhanced zoom. So yeah, that's kind of cool. Benefits PvE more than it will PvP, to be honest, but it's a badass aspect. It also has Perfectionist, the new sniper perk allowing 4 precision kills to reload your magazine. This is from thin air. This is not from your reserves or your ammo capacity. You get 4 free bullets if you get 4 kills to the head. Now, this works well in PvP. This is not time restrained, so that, oh, hey, I've got to shoot a guy, and then, within 2 more seconds, I got to kill 2 more people to the head. That's not how it works. It just means 4 kills with all 4 bullets in the mag, and you get that refunded. Gotta love free shit. Now, moving over to its really, really cool perk, and this is the one that allows you to blind enemies in the radius of a headshot. Now, this is obviously a triggered event. It happens semi-frequently, though, enough for me to actually enjoy it and kind of gamble and trust and rely that it will happen. But it does add some extreme value to both PvP and PvE. Now, blinding effect is really, really good. In PvP, this is great for when people clump in small alleys or, thin corridors on an objective flag or something. Take a shot at a dude, get the headshot in, and he could potentially blind all the other people in the area, allowing them to just sit there and be easy targets. That's super valuable in certain game types, and I love it. You Helen Keller them. It's so cool. So, push that aside. Let's talk about that value in PvE. Now, you could couple the Perfectionist thing and roll it alongside this blinding effect. You shoot 1 Acolyte in the head, there's 3 more Acolyte friends around. They're all blind and slow-moving, easy headshot picks. Then you use the Perfectionist perk, and you take that with it as well. So you get 4 free shots, even at some of the weaker ads, which is a unique thing, because, to be honest, I'm never one of those guys that's going to waste a really, really important special ammo shot on just a weak-ass ad. It just doesn't happen. But you have the freedom to do that with this weapon. And it also comes in handy if you want to take those weaker ads and use them against the stronger ones. You got an Acolyte sitting next to a Major? Let's blind that mother bitch and take him out. So, Start using this gun to your advantage, and you're gonna have some really cool shit going down. As for basic stats, this weapon is pretty much in the same category that the low-grade humility used to be in, and I'm sure you guys have tampered around with that weapon yourself. It's got a pretty interesting middle, level field of balance between impact and the rate of fire. So, thank you guys for watching. If there are any questions you have, be sure to hit me up on Twitter, let me know. Subscribe for future Taken King gameplays and reviews. And I'm gonna go take a squat, because somebody on YouTube told me I could.